Yes, we are good to go. Thank you.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a gentleman? Because I see his name is Rahan. I hope that there's a guy in today's meeting because mostly in our meetings we are surrounded just by ladies. So it is 18th April, 6:30 p.m. and the most awaited combined meeting of the oldest K Division club, that is the Calcutta Toastmaster Club, and the newest K Division club, that is the Wind Toastmasters Club, is live. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all give a round of applause and welcome each other to the meeting. Now, before we begin this meeting, there are 3 ground rules that I would request each one of you to kindly follow. First of all, please turn off your mics and turn on your cameras and speak only when you are asked to. Second, refrain yourself from talking about sex, religion, or politics in a derogatory manner. And third, avoid using abbreviations like TM for Toastmaster, GE for General Evaluator, and so on. Now, before I leave this podium, please allow me to welcome the Sergeant at Arms of Calcutta Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Anam. Let us all give a huge round of applause and welcome her. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Reva, please? All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this joint meeting of Kolkata Toastmasters Club and Wind Toastmasters Club. Now, it has been an eventful day for the Toastmasters because we have had a district level competition since morning. And what was a better way to end this is probably the best way to end the day by having this amazing and most interestingly lined up meeting for tonight. So the person who's going to come up after me is the one who has won the international speech contest of Division K and the evaluation contest, and is the first runner-up of the table topics contest. But before I hand it over to the lady, you'll have to bear with me for a few minutes. So I have a story to share with you all. It's not actually a story, but a real life incident which happened at a very big soap manufacturing company. So this company was facing a major problem at its factories, which was that, as you know, you might have seen the videos of productions because it's very, very oddly satisfying. I don't know why. So like if you've seen any of the videos of any production unit, even if you haven't, you know that it's all automated, right? So everything goes into the conveyor belt and the machines just is programmed in such a way that it performs its functions at the specific intervals. So what was happening at this factory was, after the soap cakes were made, after the soap bars were made, at the final level, which is at the packaging level, sometimes it would so happen that at the desired marks, there would be some gaps, but the machine wouldn't realize that, right? And it would pack the gaps, which would basically be air. So the machine was packing up air in some cases. And this air-filled packs were reaching the final retailers and then to the shops, which was costing a lot to the company in terms of its reputation. It was increasing the costs, etc., etc., etc. So all the managers, this reached the manager or the factory manager, then to the executives, the top executives, the CFOs, and then they all started brainstorming on how to solve this problem. So a lot of cost was incurred. A lot of engineers were called. They were asked to reprogram the machine in such a way that the machine realizes that there is a gap in between. So this was going on for days and days and days. This message, this problem reached one of the laborers of the factory. So what this laborer did, he went up to the manager and said, "Sir, why don't we put a fan beside the packaging belt? That way, the empty packets will just fly away and only the ones with the soap bars will reach the final destination." I'll give you time to let that sink in. And in the meantime, allow me to hand over the stage to the president of Wind Toastmasters Club, the winner of Division K's International Speech Contest, Evaluation Contest, first runner-up of the Table Topic Contest. She's also the VP Education of TMKTC, Division Q PR Manager, and a part of District PR team. She recently won the Outstanding Member Award and Area K4 winner of Table Topic International Speech Contest and Evaluation Contest. As a person, she's a micro planner and a macro dreamer. And apart from that, she likes to sing, play the violin, badminton, and reading. Professionally, she is the developer at TCS Research. So a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Ruchira. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster, Sergeant at Arms, Madam Toastmaster Anam, and Toastmaster Reva for starting off the meeting on such a wonderful note. Before we proceed, I'd like to take a little bit of introduction from our guests today. And since we have a joint meeting of two clubs, please forgive me if I call a Toastmaster as a guest. So it would be good if a guest could prefix their names with the word guest. That would help me. So I'd like to start by asking guest Abhishek, if you could tell us a little bit about how you got to know about Toastmasters and what are your expectations from today's evening?
Around 10 years back when I was in Infosys and I had the opportunity of attending one of the meetings in Bangalore and was planning to join Toastmasters for quite some time, but because of my hectic schedule, I was not able to. Recently, I joined as a guest on one of the Toastmasters and been attending their meetings regularly. But I'm not able to make up my mind to join as a member of it because I want this happening. These meetings to happen on not on a virtual platform, but on a physical platform so that I can meet all these lovely people and can learn more about them. Because speaking on the camera is pretty easy than speaking in public when there are people are sitting there. That's what my program is all about.
That's true. Thank you so much for joining our session, and I'm so glad to have you here with us today. I'd like to request our guest Aratrika. Is she still here or did she get dropped? All right. We also have guest Anurag with us. Oh, I think he got dropped as well. And Shushweta, are you a guest or a Toastmaster? May I know, please?
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, I'm a guest.
You guest, if you'd like to tell us a bit about how you got to know about Toastmasters and what are your expectations?
Yeah, so first of all, I would like to introduce myself. So hello, everyone. A very good evening to all the members of the Toastmasters Club. I am Shushweta Naha. I'm a digital marketing strategist working as a freelancer currently. So I wanted to join the Toastmasters Club a few years back, but due to time issues and other work commitments, I didn't end up joining the club. And being an introvert, communication has been a problem for me always. So I'm looking forward to being a part of this club and like working on my communication skills.
Absolutely. I think you've come to the right place with that kind of a mindset, and I'm sure that you'll have a great evening ahead today. Yeah. I'd like to take one last feedback from our guest who's named as guest. If you could unmute yourself, let us know your actual name and your expectations for today. All right, I think, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone, I am Aritrika. So I'm currently working as a business analyst with a startup company in Mumbai. So my profession, it requires a lot of communication with the stakeholders and a lot of clients. And I have realized that I lack in communicating that way. So I was always looking forward to, some sort of training which will help me to communicate better. And I thought, what better could it be than Toastmasters? So that is why I'm here. So I'm looking forward to joining Toastmasters Club so that I can be better at communicating in my profession.
Absolutely. As mentioned, I think this is just you've come to the perfect place, and I hope you have a great evening with us today. Now,
thank you so much.
Right. So for the benefit of our guests, since we have a lot of guests, let me explain a little bit about what Toastmasters is. So Toastmasters is an international organization that is dedicated to building better communicators and leaders of tomorrow through a structured learning process of prepared speeches, impromptu speaking sections, and most of all, a continuous positive feedback. At the club level, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to improve their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, from WIN Toastmasters Club, we have two announcements to make. The first is that I would like to invite all the members present here of both clubs to our first chapter executive committee installation, that is next Sunday, 25th of April at 6:30 p.m. And the second is that we have a new member who has just joined this week. So I'd like to formally induct our newest member, Toastmaster Kalpita. So please give a round of applause for Toastmaster Kalpita. Now, before proceeding with the meeting, I'd like to share a short story with all of you. So my father was an athlete right from his school days throughout his college and university. And I've heard many stories about how he would train. But there was always one story that struck with me very particularly. When he was a little boy training for his first set of races, he said that he would tie 2 weights around his ankles and then set off for practice runs. And not at 5 or 6 in the morning, what most people would think of, but at 12 p.m. in the scorching heat. When I asked him why he did this, he told me that if his body would get used to running at this temperature with this extra weight, then on the day of the actual event, no matter what the time of the day, his body would be used to it, and running without the weights would make his legs run even faster and lighter. And that's when I began to realize 2 things. I began to realize how important it was to be prepared for any task. And the second thing was how important it is to be prepared for all kinds of scenarios if we want to guarantee success as much as possible. And that's when I realized that when it comes to something like Toastmasters, in a way, the exercises we do here, the speeches that we deliver, the impromptu speeches that we try, are in a way all preparing us to perform better in our real lives. This is the place to experiment, to try things out, to put aside our fears and insecurities so that we can step into the real world better equipped as both leaders and communicators. With that, I would like to introduce someone who will be taking the session forward and acting as an anchor for the day. She is the embodiment of the true Toastmaster spirit. She's a brilliant leader and communicator. She served as the Smedley Distinguished District Director from 2019-2020. She served as a past area governor, division director, district CGD at Toastmasters as well. She's got over 3 decades of experience working at TCS and is a passionate Toastmaster, and I quote, 13 years ago, when I heard of Toastmasters, I never dreamt that it would become such an integral part of my life. I joined because at that point in time, I needed Toastmasters, and I stay on today because Toastmasters needs me. I would like to pay back to the community through Learn by Doing concept. What a beautiful thought. With that, I'd like to invite our Toastmaster of the day, immediate past District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Jennifer Ghosh.
Thank you so very much. Keep it going for Ruchi. She has been giving us so much of inspiration from the time she took over the podium. Let's keep it going for her. Thank you, Madam President. That was truly amazing. And that's why today you are standing just one step away from the district podium. Well, on that note, good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I am the Toastmaster for the evening, and I have chosen a theme which is lateral thinking. Now, I do believe that lateral thinking in our lives, especially in our professional and personal life, could be extremely helpful, and hence the topic or the theme. It was just a few days ago, right? 15th of April, when we were celebrating Bengali New Year's, or Shubho Navabarsha as they say. Well, when everyone was going around wishing and greeting each other and they were so happy, I was a bit dejected because I was not getting wishes or greetings from some of my very favorite youngsters. And it hurt me, and I felt that I should be acting in the same way. Let me just ignore them and then see what happens. Then again, I asked myself, I self-talked and decided to react differently. So I quickly penned down a beautiful greeting for the New Year, the Bengali New Year, with a lot of love, blessings to each one of these younger or youngsters who were defaulters in wishing me. But at the end, my message read, was hoping the young ones would greet me first. But then I thought, let me show you the way. Lateral thinking indeed, my dear friends. It comes to truly help us when we are in a situation where we don't know what to do, but we can think in an innovative fashion, in a creative way, so that we can make the best of a situation. Well, they say lateral thinking is like taking a creative approach to a problem. Very true. It's taking a creative approach to a problem or a challenge, and it's a great skill to have at work. Like Ruchi just said, that whatever we learn here in the Toastmasters platform on our daily sessions or our weekly sessions, we need to apply them in either our personal or professional lives. And hence, when we think about how beautiful this skill could be to help us both professionally and personally, it is a great tool for all of us to have. Don't you think so? Yeah? Yes? No? Maybe? Give me a thumbs up at least. Come on guys, where's your energy? Now usually when you look at logical thinking or lateral thinking, when you look at it, there is a difference between logical thinking and basically lateral thinking. Logical thinking is, when you think in a straightforward way. Whereas, and it's known as vertical thinking. But lateral thinking allows you to look at things in a sideways perspective, also known as the horizontal thinking. To find answers that aren't immediately apparent. So yes, there are certain answers that are not immediately visible, but if you think logically, you will be able to find that creative, innovative thought, idea will germinate in you so that you can deliver to the best of your ability. Now, as you all know, this was coined by Edward de Bono, and he has often come with many other beautiful concepts like 6 thinking hats and many others. These skills are very much required in our personal as well as our professional lives. So now let's dive straight into our amazing session. Now, just like lateral thinking has 3 main benefits, that is, it helps us to problem solve, it stimulates creativity and innovation, and facilitates brainstorming. Well, we also in a Toastmasters session have 3 very important and strong sections. The first being our prepared speech section, where our speakers plan, prepare, and then come to perform and blow us away with their wonderful, unique tales. The second segment is the table topic section. Oh, no, I'm not wanting to tell you to sit on the table and speak, but it is an impromptu section where you do not know what's coming at you, what's going to be given to you as the topic, and you just have to make up a beautiful topic with a structure in 1 to 2 minutes and deliver to your best. So this topic truly, table topics truly help us to ensure that we are able to think faster, assimilate our thoughts quicker, logically, and enthrall our audience. And only through practice you will get there. So whenever there is a table topic, do lift your hand and come on the podium and speak. And finally, dear Toastmasters, we have the third section, which I believe is the most awaited moment of any Toastmaster session. Here is where actual growth takes place through positive feedback. Before I call our general evaluator, I would like to share her way of utilizing lateral thinking in one of the incidents in her life. Well, she was at a family wedding when the heel of one of her sandals broke. She became tensed, panicked, and was wondering what to do. She freaked out for nearly 15 minutes and then came up with a beautiful idea, simple yet innovative. She removed the heel of the other sandal and wow, she had a perfectly new pair of sandals. Indeed, lateral thinking. May I invite with thunderous applause our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ishika, to explain her role. Over to you, Ishika.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And can we keep it going for our energetic, loving, full of life Toastmaster of the Day, Distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer, ma'am. Well, like Jennifer ma'am said, lateral thinking is something that can save you from the most difficult situations that you face in your life. You'll be stuck and you'll not know what to do. Everything will look like a dead end to you. But suddenly you'll remember that one thing that you did before, the one thing that you saw somewhere, and a new idea, an out of the box idea will pop into your head and your life will become as easy as it could ever be. But do you think getting that quick idea is a simple task? It's everyone's cup of tea? I do not. I think it takes up a lot of practice. You need to continuously keep on improving yourself, your ideas, your thought process, the way you look at situations to make yourself able to come up with that quick and jiffy solutions that you need at the correct moment. And that is how evaluation sections help you to not only in your speaking sections and not only in your speeches and not only in how you deliver, but to help you make a better person, a person with quick thinking, a person who is knowledgeable, a person who is well-rounded in the sphere of life and can take on any challenge that life throws at them with a beautiful smile on their face. It sounds like a mammoth task, and trust me, it really is. So I cannot do this alone. But luckily, I have a group of amazing people who are going to help me sail through this journey easily. Well, this also might be some lateral thinking in a meeting. How to make the general evaluation section easier and more effective. And here we are. Let me tell you who they are. Help me welcome my team, starting from the timer, Toastmaster Mridula Sengupta, to explain her role.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. As a timer for the day, my role is to keep a track of the time taken by the different speakers who come up on the podium. And as Madam Toastmaster of the Day said, in lateral thinking, time is of utmost importance. You cannot spend a lot of time in thinking, but execution is one of the primary areas of concern, and execution should be the area in which you should involve or develop, you should give more time. So for this session, we have 3 parts. The prepared speech section will have a time limit of 4 to 6 minutes for the icebreaker and 5 to 7 minutes for the prepared speeches. I will be sharing the green card at the end of 4 minutes the yellow card at the end of 5 minutes, and the red card at the end of 7 minutes, with a grace period of 30 seconds both on the upper and lower end. And for the prepared speech of 5 to 7 minutes, the green card will be shown at 5 minutes, the yellow card will be shown at 6 minutes, and the red card will be shown at 7 minutes, with a grace period of 30 seconds both on the upper and lower side. For the table topic section, we will be having the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. The green card will be shown at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. Mind you, there is only grace period on the upper side and not on the lower end. So please be mindful of the same and speak more than 1 minute. For the evaluation speech section, we will be having the time limit as 2 to 3 minutes, with the green card will be shown at 2 minutes, the yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes, with a grace period of 30 seconds both on the upper and lower side. I hope all the speakers will be keeping within the time limit, and let's have a great meeting ahead. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mridula, for explaining the rules so extensively. So I hope everyone will keep a watch on their time, because Toastmaster Mridula is there to keep a watch on yours. Now, one thing that I will also like to inform you that if you cross your time limit, or if you do not meet the minimum time limit threshold, you get disqualified for the voting segment, and we do not want it, do we? So let's be mindful of the time. Moving on to the next team player who's going to help me in this journey, help me welcome Toastmaster Arya Chakraborty as the R counter for today's meeting.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. If I speak like this, you find it a little boring, right? So that is what I'll do today. As an R counter, I'll keep a check on the filler words or the sounds you make during a speech, which makes our speech a little less interesting. I will present my report at the end of the session in the evaluation section after I'm called upon by Madam General Evaluator. I'm really excited and looking forward to this evening. Thank you for making me a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arya, for that beautiful, sweet, and simple explanation of your role. Moving on to the next team player, help me welcome Toastmaster Komal Choraria to explain us about the grammarian's rule.
Thank you, General Evaluator. A very good evening to all the smiling faces that I see here, Toastmasters and dear guests. As the grammarian of the day, I'm here to help you with your grammar a little bit, for we all know that when you're fluent with your language, you're a little more confident than you already are. So I'm going to do that by keeping a tab on the good and the not so good usages of grammar. I'll also introduce a word of the day, which you can add to your vocabulary. And the word of the day is jaunty. It means to be cheerful, showing that you're confident and happy. It's an adjective, and it can be used as Neha replied to her hardship with a smiling face and a jaunty stride, or he walked into the room with a jaunty step. I request all of you to use the word of the day, and whenever the word of the day is used, I request the members in the audience to show a thumbs up to acknowledge that. And I'm going to put the word of the day on the chat box for your reference, so use it as much as you can. Thank you, and I'll give my report when the General Evaluator calls me to do so. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal, for the jaunty explanation. Moving on to the last team player, help me welcome Toastmaster Priyanka Bhattacharya as the listening master for today's meeting.
I think, Ishika, it has been changed, and I am Kritika, and I will be playing the role of listening master. And thank you, Madam Ishika, General Evaluator. As someone has rightly said, when you speak, you just repeat what you already know. But when you listen, you might learn something new. This Toastmaster session, where we all are wanting to be leaders and learners, this is a great forum to listen to the other speakers and learn so much. And my role for today is to re-emphasize on this. I will be listening thoroughly to all the speakers, and at the end of the session, I will be having a quiz This quiz will give you a reflection of how much you were able to listen throughout the session. So back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kritika. And let's hope that we all score 100% marks in that quiz. So this was me, and I will come back at the end of today's session and we'll talk about all the different ways where we can make ourselves and our literal thinking and our public speaking a little better than it was before we started the meeting. That's all from my side, handing back to our beautiful Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer Ghosh.
Thank you so very much, Ishika. Let's keep it going for her. What a wonderful team, I must say. So enthusiastic, and I am truly looking forward to the GE section with a very happy and maybe a jaunty feeling. I'm looking forward to that session of yours. Thank you so very much. So let's come back to lateral thinking, right? Lateral thinking is just a set of processes that provide a deliberate, systematic way of thinking creatively, which results in innovative thinking. Let me leave you on this thought for the time being. I'll be back for some more after I bring on our first speaker. Now, before I call our first speaker, may I request her evaluator, Toastmaster Anam, who is a chartered accountant in her final year, who considers herself a jack of all trades, master of some. She has a hunger to learn new things. And when I asked her, Anam, what's your take on lateral thinking? Let me just put that as an abbreviation as LT for the entire session. She informs that she was a part of her school's alumni as the assistant secretary, and they were facing so much of problems and challenges of low footfall for their reunion. One of the main problems she felt was due to poor PR strategies. So instead of having, after every event, posts on social media, she suggested conducting live video sharing during the event. Imagine, a small tweak in the system created success for them, and they recorded the highest head count that year. LT indeed, super innovative and super creative. Anam, please read the project objective for speaker number 1. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. The speaker will be delivering her first speech, which is the icebreaker. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Now, since it is her icebreaker, I would request all the guests and members present here to please unmute yourself and give her a round of applause after she is done with her speech. So with that, I would like to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Anam. And coming to our first speaker, she has a charming personality and a very helpful attitude. She is breaking the ice today. Her speech is from Pathways Innovative Planning, Project 1, Level 1. She has been mentored. I'm not very sure, but I don't have the details of her mentor. Ruchi, can you just let us know who's her mentor?
Yeah, it's Toastmaster Dahlia.
Yeah, she has been mentored by Toastmaster Dahlia Thakkar, and let us welcome her with her speech title, Story of My Life. Toastmaster Reva, Story of My Life. The podium is yours. Give her a round of applause, guys.
And even though it's hard and I may struggle through it all, you may see me struggle, but you will never see me fail. Being born in the family of a sportswoman, I was merely 5 years old when my mother threw me into a swimming pond and told me, "You gotta be the next Michael Phelps." I was stunned and shocked to hear this person's name because I was not aware who he was. And yes, I'm referring to a swimming pond instead of a swimming pool because I belong from a very small town in the state of Assam and it is known as Tejpur. And back then we did not have resources like a swimming pool to go for swimming classes. I used to beg and plead and request my mom to please not send me there. But she, being very adamant and strict, used to drag me and take me there and make sure I go for my classes. My daily routine consisted of getting up early in the morning at 5 a.m., going for swimming classes, then to school and back again to swimming classes. Can you imagine telling a 5-year-old kid to do so much of hard work? But yes, after a couple of years, my hard work did pay off. At the mere age of 10, I was awarded the best swimmer of Assam State, and this continued for 4 consecutive years with multiple awards, with numerous scholarships and whatnot. I knew that I had made my parents proud, and someday I would go for nationals. As I was going through a very happy phase in my life, suddenly high school happened and it shattered all my confidence. I did my schooling from an all-girls school, precisely a convent school, and anyone who goes to a girls' school will be able to relate the constant comparison between girls for their looks or for their brain, and I was a victim of that. Apart from swimming, I did enjoy dancing. But my parents never allowed me to get into a professional training as they thought it might be very distracting for my swimming career. But I was stubborn enough and I did manage to learn dancing just by watching TV and YouTube videos and made myself capable of choreographing a dance program for my annual meet. But yes, a very heartbreaking event happened. Just before the annual meet, I was replaced as the lead dancer because the teacher in charge felt that I was not fair enough. Let me quote that again, I was not fair enough. Do you need a beauty to be a lead dancer? I did not feel so. But back then, I was a teenager and it shattered my confidence. It broke me apart. But I knew whom to blame for, my mother, because she was the one who forced me to become an athlete. And as an athlete, I failed to understand that it's very natural to get tanned, but I was very rebellious and I constantly blamed my mother that it's because of you. My mother knew something was going wrong with my life as I had not shared her the details. So she came and said to me and told me a story. "Reva, do you know, I always wanted to become a swimmer, but your grandfather never allowed me to pursue it because he never allowed me to wear short dresses. So asking him permission to go for swimming classes was even out of a question. And yes, I lived the dream of becoming a swimmer through you." I was numb. I was a teenager who was constantly blaming her mother for all the mishaps, but she had her own story. I was devastated because she was that one person I had always looked up to in my life. She was a state-level table tennis player, and she was the driving force in my life. But her parents never allowed her to pursue it further because girls don't, right? They are just meant for studies, and you cannot go for a sports field. But yes, that day I motivated myself and made myself sure that this time it's not for me, but it's for her, that I have to become a good athlete, a good swimmer. Just as a normal day I was going through my swimming classes, one day I realized that while doing the butterfly stroke, I was not able to breathe. I immediately told her and she took me to the hospital. The doctor told me to stay away from swimming and gave me some medicines. I did take all the medications, but we did not bother because I thought that it might be a sign of fatigue. But no, after a month, I collapsed while swimming. Can you imagine? After training myself so hard for 10 years, I collapsed while swimming. I did not know what to do. And the next thing I know is that I was hospitalized. Back then, I failed to realize that what happened, what went wrong, that I am in such a miserable state. But the doctor told me that that pond water had done its damage and it has infected my lungs and my ears. And till date, I have issues with breathing. But my mom, being the biggest cheerleader of my life, did not even for a second made me feel sorry about it and immediately transferred me to a different school, a new school, an army public school, a total new environment, and made sure that I make a new beginning of my life with new bunch of people and with new bunch of friends. And I cannot thank her enough for that. Throughout my life, I have just learned one lesson. You cannot impress anyone, but yet embrace the randomness that life offers you. And I am here. I am what I am here. I am standing in front of you. Reva, R for radiant and restless, E for effective and efficient, W for witty and warm, E for amicable and amazing. This is how I see myself, and this is what Reva is. And I am very thankful that I got a platform like a Toastmaster to share such a vulnerable part of my life. Thank you so much.
Come on, guys, unmute and give her a standing ovation at least. If we can't stand, we need to give her a very, very loud applause. Well done, Reva. My God, I can just feel the hair on my arm standing with emotions. That was such a fantastic speech. Me, a DTM, I feel speechless now. I'm unable to talk. How am I going to do my role as the Toastmaster of the evening? Anyway, Reva, you have encouraged me also and motivated me. So all the very, very best for your other speeches. I'm sure you are going to really, really kickstart your journey in this amazing way.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Now, Toastmasters and guests, lateral thinking helps you find new ways. They say it is possible that the way you do things in your life or business may be the best possible way of doing it. Whether you have created a way of doing things yourself or have been told that this is the way to do it. But there are likely other ways to do those things even more effectively and efficiently. Hence, by using the technique of lateral thinking, we can search for new, innovative ways to achieve our goals. Well, moving on, let me introduce you to our next evaluator. For speaker number 2, Toastmaster Neelu, who is one of the sweetest persons I have ever met in our Toastmasters fraternity. Her beautiful smile and helpful attitude has made a difference to many, many individuals. She is quite a mentor in our fraternity. May I request Neelu to please share the speech objectives. Over to you, Neelu. Let's welcome her with an applause. Is Neelu there?
Sorry to interrupt, DTM Jennifer. I had mentioned she's been in an accident, so we have Toastmaster Jayati as the evaluator.
Oh, okay, my apologies. I did not see that. So let me introduce our next evaluator. Our next evaluator is Toastmasters Jayati. And of course, I don't have much information about Jayati, but all I can say is that if she's on this platform and she's wanting to make a difference in her life, then she must be one enthusiastic person who feels the need of improvement, who feels that every day, every second, every moment of our lives needs to be improved, and there is no age to learning. We can all learn at any age, whether it is me at 60 plus, don't ask, or whether it is somebody who is in her 30s or 20s, they all feel the need to improve and keep on improving. So let me call upon stage Jayati to please read out the project objectives. Let's give her a big round of applause, guys.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Distinguished guests and fellow Toastmasters, I'm here today for this session to evaluate the next speaker, who is also delivering her first icebreaker speech. All the best to her. Thank you so much. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Jayati. Thank you so very much. Now we come to our second speaker. Are you all looking forward to the second speaker? I am. Speaker number 2 is delivering her icebreaker also. She is giving her project from the dynamic leadership and It is level 1, project 1. She has been mentored by Toastmaster Rohit Gupta. And she is a charming, beautiful, fun-loving individual. When I asked her what is her thought or her take on lateral thinking, she said that she was going for her master's last September and was struggling to find flatmates, arrange those important documents, etc. And her first approach or thought was to contact seniors and other batchmates, but it seemed like a very, very difficult task. Finally, she ended up creating a Slack channel, and being the admin, she gave everyone a platform to discuss those frequently asked questions. Don't you think this is such a beautiful and novel way of doing things? She was able to get all her answers through this platform. Wow, indeed. With her speech titled, The Power of Persistence, let me invite Udisha to come on the podium and give her speech. Let's give her a round of applause to motivate her. Over to you, Udisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. A lot of you must have heard people say, be consistent. Now the question here arises is how? Not like we don't want to or that we haven't tried, right? Today, I will tell you how. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Udisha Madnani, and in my icebreaker speech today, I would like to share my story of how I overcame my fear of failure. I was born and brought up in Kolkata. I spent the first 18 years of my life in this comfortable, lovely, and warm city. Getting my education from an almost all Marwadi school, Lakshmipad Singhania Academy, I really did not know what the world outside looked like. Shy, introvert, a quiet child were the words on my report card every year. My parents failed to understand how I was so silent in school, while at home I was so cheerful and jaunty. I come from a nuclear family. Both my parents are working and have a business of manufacturing and wholesaling of Indian garments. I spend most of my time with my twin brother, who moved to New York City right after school. He is now a data scientist and my inspiration. From the time I can remember, I have always had a small circle of friends. While it's wise to keep your beer chilled and your circle small, I found myself lost in a corner at every gathering and party. I did not know how to address this problem. The last bench of every class was mine. And when teachers started noticing this and calling out my name, I resorted to bunking classes and always running away from the spotlight. Never a part of any play or event, I liked to pretend I was just too cool for all of that. But was I? I don't think so. I did not know how to address this problem in school. But then my life took a 360-degree turn. I moved out. I went to college and pursued my BTech in Electronics and Communication from VIT University. I was now surrounded by different cultured people in a very conservative environment, but I was happy. It is there that I learned about Toastmasters International, and that was my first step to overcome my fear of speaking. I attended all sessions, attentively sat through each of them, but I could never gather enough courage to go on the stage to speak. I had failed, and so I quit. Fast forward 5 years, here I am today. I am supposed to go to Columbia University for my master's this September. And it was my first New Year's resolution to upskill myself. And so I rejoined Toastmasters. Today, I prefer taking the chance of making a fool of myself over sitting there quietly and thinking, maybe I should. Practice is what makes you better. And even though it's taken me a lot of time and effort, I know it's still a step in the right direction. My second New Year's resolution was to get fit. It started with a few cult fitness online videos, and the energy meter was my motivation. I was jumping for an hour to get the energy score high and my rank low. Being the competitive person I am, I had to get a rank below 5. After a month of just jumping, I realized it wasn't helping me. So I started running. I failed again, and so I quit. And then I joined one of the most expensive gyms in town. I went crazy shopping, bought a lot of clothes. After burning such a huge hole in my pocket, the Sindhi in me did not allow me to miss a single day of the gym. Today, being regular at the gym for 5 months, it's become my daily stress buster. What I started to feel good about myself has become a part of me. The girl who ran out of breath after lifting 10 kgs now deadlifts 40. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to say is persistence is all that matters. There is no formula, no defined path. You do what works for you. And until you find the driving force, you keep on trying. Someday, some random way will click, and you will be surprised to see how simple that might be. You don't have to be good at something, but you need to start doing it anyway. You won't even realize how much you've improved unless you look back at your old self. May the force be with you. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Oh my God. Let's keep it going for her. Unmute, guys, and let's give her a thunderous applause. What a terrific speech, Udisha. I am really wondering whether these people really had the fear of speaking. Because they're all speaking like absolute, what do I call it? Such fluency and such a wonderful message. Really, really humbling to hear you speaking today. Thank you so much for that speech. All right, guys, did you know a person may use lateral thinking to move from one known idea to creating another new idea? And the 4 main categories of lateral thinking tools are very simple. Idea generating, meaning break free from the current pattern of thinking. Focus tools. It opens your mind to new possibilities, to generate new ideas. Open out your mind to new possibilities. Harvest tool will maximize the value add generated through new ideas. And treatment tool will be taking those wild ideas from all over and fitting it into the real world constraints. And welcome back to the session after that wonderful description of lateral thinking. It's really going to help us, each one of us in our life, and especially in our professional life. Let's go on with this session. And the next session is something which is very, very exciting. The table topic segment, guys. It's something which we all look forward to. And we have a very passionate and charming Toastmaster who will be carrying this session forward. Before I call her, let's listen to her lateral thinking usage. So she is in her final year of graduation. Her personal interest lies in drawing, dancing, and traveling. Due to the pandemic, her CFA exams got cancelled twice. But instead of groaning and moaning, she started working on herself. She started working and taking interest in her passion and started sketching. And she also joined Toastmasters to become a better communicator. With a thunderous applause, let us welcome the Toastmaster, the table topic master, Toastmaster Meghna. Over to you, Meghna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. So good evening, everyone. I'm Meghna Agarwal and I'm the table topic for today's session. This is an impromptu speech session of Toastmasters meeting and the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Green card to be shown at 1 minute, yellow card to be shown at 1.5 minutes, and red card to be shown at 2 minutes. Grace period of 30 seconds is only at the upper end. I'll repeat the topic only once, and the guests have the privilege to change the topic once. So let's begin the session. I would request everyone to use the word of the day, and I request all of you all to volunteer. You all can do so by raising your hand or typing in the chat box. So who wants to come up first? Okay, so we have our first volunteer as a guest. Guest Abhishek Mohta. Can we please have you? Yeah, so your topic is something I want to learn. Something I want to learn.
Hi everybody, good evening to all. It's a nice weekend to have, and we are having two Toastmasters Club joining together, so having a lot of new faces here. I'm a guest. I've been attending this Toastmasters meeting for quite some time. Very soon I will be one of the members of this club. Since childhood, I was learning in an English medium school. However, the teachers used to speak in English with us in the school, and that was around 4 or 5 hours of the day. But at my home, it was always Hindi or Marwari, which was my mother tongue, which was being spoken. I passed out my school, went to the college. There also, all my friends used to speak in Hindi, Bengali, and whatsoever language apart from English. Only during the sessions or the classes, I was able to speak in English with my teachers. So there where I lacked speaking fluently in English. However, when I went to office as a CA, articleship in my CA curriculum, I thought that at least in my office, there will be people who will be speaking in English. There will be clients who will be learning to speak in English. But unfortunately, most of the clients also preferred speaking in Hindi or Marwari. And my colleagues and my mentors in my office, they also resorted to speaking in Hindi. And I try to speak in English a lot, but unfortunately, I'm not that fluent as I've been hearing all of my speakers here or the Toastmasters here, even Toastmaster of the Day, Jennifer. So that was my point wherein I took a jaunty step here to bring in Toastmasters into my life when I learned about it in the Infosys. And I thought that, no, it's my
office career, wherever my speaking in Hindi or Marwari in my family, I need to improve my skill as a professional speaker. Because that is how I will teach my juniors, my kids to learn and to see this important language, which is most important language in all our day-to-day life. And accordingly, and that's why I am here as a guest here, but very soon to become the Toastmaster. And thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving me this opportunity speaking on this topic. And back to you.
Thank you so much, guest Abhishek. I'm sure that you're going to learn a lot from Toastmasters. So next we have Toastmaster Ali.
Yes, hello, am I audible?
Yeah. So your topic is priorities over responsibilities. Priorities over responsibilities.
Okay. So now I'll be addressing something which has occurred in my life. I am currently pursuing my engineering and I'm in my final year of my undergraduate. And I had an option a year back of preparing or for going abroad or going somewhere else for my higher studies as an option. Now, on the other case, now this was my passion or career, so you can call it in the category of a priority. But on the other way around, I am the only child of my parents, and my parents are also right now they are fit. But in case if I go out abroad, it will be difficult for me for them to adjust, because being the only child, the responsibilities is a lot. And this is an issue. Parents will definitely say that, yeah, you go out for your career, for your passion, that is definitely. But yeah, deep down, I know that it's a kind of a responsibility. So I took a step back at that point that, okay, I will try to go for a job in India, because if we are in India, I can manage that. So I took my responsibility step forward and the priority backward. But I have got amazing parents. They always keep motivating me to always pursue my dreams, go for whatever you want to do in life, even if you have to back on us. But yeah, deep down, I know that even if that comes at a chance, I will be in a difficult condition or difficult place to choose and address on that issue. So considering the current situation, what I have thought that I might go out abroad, because priorities for me, my parents are saying, okay, it's fine. Sometime in future I can go. But yeah, I have to come back someday back to India if my parents call me to do so. So with that, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story, Toastmaster Ali. So now next we have Toastmaster Ritika. So your topic is the woman of today. The woman of today.
Good evening, everybody. I might look tired and ruffled as I was out the whole day, but I would want to put my jaunty side ahead and address the today's table topic session. So, woman of today. Well, I think every time we speak of women, we try to attach this tag of superwoman quietly with it, because we expect a woman to take care of every thing or every aspect that comes in her life. We never stop a woman. If a woman wants to pursue a career, we say go ahead. But at the same time, you have to take care of family. You have to take care of your children. So I think women of today, or in fact, women from many generations, have been fighting the whole system and come up today, of course, with the support of men, the fathers and brothers in their life. But women of today, I think they are balancing it out. They don't want to be the superwoman, which I feel they should not be. But at the same time, they can address all the aspects or all the things of their life, be it having a personal life over professional life, or having both of them, or having just one of them. I think the society is becoming a bit conducive to be a woman just the way she is, and not try to be a superwoman always. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. I totally agree to that, and your speech was really amazing. Thank you very much. So now next we have Toastmaster Kritika. So your topic is, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so your topic is, if you had the power, what would you change? If you had the power, what would you change?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, Table Topic Master. If I had the chance to change, maybe I won't change anything, because life is perfect the way it is. In our life, I feel the things which happen to us, the things which comes to us, the experiences which are there, has a role to play in shaping the personality who we are today. If those experiences, those circumstances, those things wouldn't have come, we won't have been the similar. This is when I say in my personal life, but today when people are facing so much confusion, challenges, and so much fearful the world is, I would change that Corona doesn't come and this chaos wouldn't have come. So this is something which I will like to change for the world, because when I see people with so much fear, so much chaos, then I feel, do we really deserve this? Can't we have a better perspective? Can't we have a better life? Can't we have a uh, better conditions where we are living? So I would change the circumstances, the way the lifestyle people are having, because of which this current reality we didn't have to face. So yeah, that's all what I would like to change. And if this is changed, I think a lot of things will change. So back to you, Madam Toastmaster, Table Topic Master, Meghna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika. Such a perfect take on the topic. So who's coming next? Anyone who wants to volunteer?
Shahida has been asking for a long time.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Toastmaster Shahida?
Yes.
So your topic is how peer pressure is influencing people to do something. How peer pressure is influencing people to do something.
Good evening, everyone. All the Toastmasters here, all the distinguished guests, Toastmasters, and my dear guest. So peer, what is a peer? It's your people who are at your equivalent stage. And my dear friends, at the age of life, we have seen that there is a pressure coming from our peers into our life, whether we need it or we want it, but the pressure will always be there. So let me give an example. When I was in college, people said, after my graduation, I should do an MBA. Oh, yes, I should do an MBA. I should do an MBA. So the pressure was building up, but I was not good in maths. And then, of course, I somehow managed. After 2 attempts, I cracked my MBA. But yes, thankfully, I did okay because I took up HR. And so I somehow managed. And once I joined into the corporate world, again, pressure. You have to work, not 10, not 11, but 13 to 14 hours to get a good rating. And you keep working. And like most of you, even I had those days or nights when I did not go home. I was just working and clicking at the desktop. I did not have 15 years ago, I did not have a laptop. So we're just working. And then motherhood happened. Again, I was pressure. You should get a good rating. Motherhood should not change your career. So pressure, peer pressure from everywhere. And that's always there. The trick, my dear, is to click away that pressure. Never be a pressure to others and never take up the pressure from others. Because as we have just heard, it's a jaunty, short story. We should all take care of ourselves. And the best care that you can ever give to anyone in this world is self-care. So take care of yourself. Never give in to peer pressure. Otherwise, we will not have a happy life. Thank you so much.
That was a commendable take on the topic. Thank you. So anyone else who wants to take part? Please volunteer, or I have the chance to pick up your. Anyone who wants to volunteer? Toastmaster Arya, would you like to take up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So your topic is ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss.
Yes, so ignorance is bliss. And to me, it is for most of the times, it is a bliss. Because when you don't know about a thing, you really are afraid about the negative sides of that thing. So like, I see so many people who are actually roaming about in the streets without mask, and then they don't even know what are the like harmful effects of not wearing a mask in this situation. But they have that confidence to roam about. Like till today, I have never appeared for a table topic session before. So I did not know what were there to scare me. And now when I am a part of this table topic session, the first time I'm getting this topic, and now I know where I'm getting stuck actually. So till today, ignorance was bliss for me. And I was having a blissful life, only playing roles in the Toastmaster sessions. But today I actually got that challenge to face. And yeah, what more can I add? Like, I've seen in different situations in life that when you do not know much about a person, you tend to like him or her more. The more you know about that person, you get to know about his shortcomings or his negativity. And so you get to know about the bad parts of human beings or any experience when you get to know more about it. So of course it's ignorance, which is a bliss. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. So I would request all the guests to participate, please. Any guest who wants to participate? The topics are really easy. You can give it a try, please.
Okay. I'll try.
Sure,
May
sure.
I?
Yeah, sure, totally. So your topic is growing up is a trap. Don't fall for it. Growing up is a trap. Don't fall for it.
When we grow up, actually we lose many interesting things. When we were young, we feel so carefree and we don't have any responsibility. It's like flying. But when we grow up, what happens? Society and the rules or the other social thing, everything put us into a box. We will just put ourselves into a box and stop thinking out of that box. We think, when I say, once a scientist asked, I think because when you started growing up, what happens is we just stop our growth because of what will others think and all those things we are thinking. We just feel it suffocating. But when you're a small kid, I think that everyone, if I ask, what was your favorite time in your life? They always said, I love my childhood days. When you said, if you have the time machine in your hand, if you have a time machine and you have the ability to go back, they go back, or in the future, what do you choose? They always say, okay, I want to go back to my childhood. There was wonderful memories there. I love those childhood. Everybody says that. So I think, so growing up definitely as a trap, because society put us too much on us. Sometimes it didn't let us think independently. Now there's this thing, because a scientist who says all the other scientists are there, then the others say we all are in the same grade and we all are on the same level, but everyone says you are a grade. How come you are so special? Then he brought an egg and asked, can you make it stand? Everyone tried, nobody could. Then they asked, can you make this egg stand? He said, of course I can. He just picked it. He just cut off the half part and make it stand. So others said, why did you cut that? That is not right. They said, I didn't say any rule, because we assume and we put up all the rules and things. And when we grow up, that is not happening. So I think that is actually a trap. Over to you, Master.
Thank you so much, so much, Gail Shakuntala. Thank you very much. So I would really like the new member who is inducted today to take part. Can I please have Toastmaster Kalpita? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so
sure.
Are you ready?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, so your topic is your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, it is true. My network is my net worth. It is said like from the childhood, we have seen like if we have people, if we know people every day and we develop relationship, a kind of bondage, a kind of friendship with them, we can know them better and they will also remember us. So it is growing a network. Yeah, of course, we will always have a network, as we grow. And truly speaking, if we have more and more networks in the long term, we will not realize it as a child, as a student, but of course, as a professional, we can always understand that, yes, if we have a good network, it will increase our value, it will increase our, weightage, you can say, in one respect. We can feel that, yes, of course, I have been known by people, people know me, and that way we can always improve our network. So that is all I would like to say for the time being. And definitely, it's like always improving the network helps to the network. That's it. Thank you so much. Over to you.
That was a commendable take on the topic. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpita. So now we have come to an end of the table topic session. I really hope you all enjoyed the session, and thank you everyone for participating. I hope you have a jaunty evening today. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Keep it going for our fantastic table topic master, Meghna. My God, thank you so much for that wonderful, I think it was enthralling, mind-boggling, and jaunty indeed. Thank you. All right, and I'm not going to waste much time, but we're going to dive straight in to the most awaited section. I'm going to invite to the virtual podium TM Ishika, our general evaluator, to take us on a magical extravaganza. Toastmaster Ishika, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer. Can you have a huge round of applause for Jennifer, ma'am? Well, what a jaunty session this was today. Now let's move on to the most beautiful segment, like distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer ma'am puts it. Let's move on to the evaluation segment, and let's start with the prepared speech evaluation. Help me welcome the first evaluator, Toastmaster Anam Rahman, to read out the evaluation for the first speaker of today's evening. Toastmaster Anam, are you there with us? Toastmaster Ruchira, I think I cannot see Toastmaster Anam on the screen. Can you just confirm it once?
Yeah, I can see her. She's named as Sa Anam. I can see she's here.
Okay, yes, she's there.
I've asked her to unmute. Maybe she's facing some error. Would you like to go for the second evaluator and then come back?
Sure. If Toastmaster Jayanti is ready, can we first hear your jaunty evaluation and then move on to another? Okay, perfect. So Toastmaster Jayanti, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. TM Odisha, what a powerful speech and what a beautiful topic that you've picked on. Your topic, the power of persistence, was absolutely spot on with your speech. It was good, it was appropriate, and you have included it in your speech. Great job. Your flow of speech was smooth and in a chronological order. And the content that you shared, great, just great. Out of your life, you've picked up those contents, which is absolutely appropriate. Your journey from your school days to your BIT university, just too good. There was drama, like when you said that you joined a gym and then you shopped till you burnt a hole in the pocket. That was absolutely just too good. Great work done by you. But I have just a few suggestions, if you don't mind. If you could stand and give your speech, it would bring out, I feel, a better quality of deliverance of the speech. And if you could bring in a little drama into your speech, like when you said, I took all the relevant classes, but still could not join Toastmasters. I had failed. And if you could, I felt that if you could pause between your sentences, I was a chatterbox at home, but the exact opposite in my school. I think the rest was absolutely great, and great speech from you. Hoping to hear more and more speeches from you in future. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayanti, for the beautiful evaluation. And what an amazing speech, Toastmaster Odisha, you have. Toastmaster Jayanti, I really loved your evaluation, your CRC approach, the summary that you did at the end. If I would give you one recommendation, it is something that it's very personal to me. I think this is something I believe on very diligently. And I think that whenever we move on to the recommendation section, which is a very critical part, because we have to make sure that the speaker is not demotivated, the speaker does not feel that, oh my God, I did something wrong. So I feel that we should refrain from using any negative words like but, having said that, because this is a human thinking that whenever a negative word is said, we just forget everything that is said before it. Like, you are beautiful, you look so pretty, it's amazing, you have become so slim, you have lost so much weight. But I think you could have improved your dress tonight. So all I could think about is after the but sentence. So this is something I think you can think about, and maybe come up with different ways to move on and do the transaction. Coming to Toastmaster Odisha, I really enjoyed your speech. The biggest wow moment for me in your speech, I mean, there were a lot of wow moments, but something that stood out to me was when you used the word of the day. And I felt, wow, this speaker is so confident. She is so much into the meeting, and she is so sure of herself that she could change her speech. Because even now, when I feel that I'm giving a prepared speech, I find it difficult to twist it and make it molded into the current meeting. So great job done there. And just follow Toastmaster Jayanti's evaluation, and I'm sure you'll go to places in your next speeches. So can we have a huge round of applause for both of them? Toastmaster Ruchira, I'd just like to confirm if Toastmaster Anam is there with us.
Yes, she faced some issue. Toastmaster Mridula says that she was ready.
Okay. Perfect. So Toastmaster Anam, the stage is all yours for reading out the first speaker's evaluation.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, and I apologize for the last moment laptop crash. They say that where there is no struggle, there is no progress. Good evening once again, everyone, and especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Reva. Congratulations, first of all, on delivering your first speech, your icebreaker. It was an absolute pleasure to be a listener of the story of your life. Honestly, I felt that your speech had a very nice flow to it. It kept the audience glued because one event led to the other, and it had a very smooth transition. So we started with a 5-year-old girl being pushed to the pond because of family pressure of being an athlete in the house. Then we saw this girl accepting that and adding accolades to her name as a swimmer. Then we moved to a mental growth of yours, which was depicted by you choosing an unconventional profession on your own as a dancer in your house. This incident not only depicted your physical growth, but also your mental growth. Then we witnessed you getting out of your cocooned shell and facing the harsh reality of the society when the teacher did not include you in the dance team due to the reason very well emphasized by you using the classical quotation gesture, not fair enough. I also loved how you used dialogues in your very first speech to give the audience a better experience of how the conversation went with your mother when you found out about the story of her life. While you were reeling through this realization that you got from your mother, life gave you another blow of your lung disease, which we as an audience also felt because of the way you narrated that incident. So, and brought the connection of your last incident to the opening statement through the line, that pawn had done its damage. This way, we could derive the connection of this last incident from the very first fact that you mentioned, that you went to a pond and not to a swimming pool. So I loved how you drew that connection. I also found your conclusion very interesting and very smartly done, where you used an adjective for every letter of your name. But as they say that the biggest room is the room for improvement, here are a few areas where I think you could work on. First of all is the hand gesture. It was the same. Like when you say shattered all my confidence, you could have said shattered all my confidence. And I felt that you were rushing because you immediately started and that was making you stutter and probably you were trying to remember the speech. And the last thing that you could work on is voice modulation, because I think when you said heartbreaking event, you could have said it heartbreaking event and not rushed that phrase. Also, in case of the dialogue, it is better if you use voice modulation, if you could have changed a little bit of the way your mother interrupts. Overall, I think content-wise, transition-wise, and the use of dialogues added the wow factor to your speech. And these are some of the areas that you could work on. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anam, for giving us that well-prepared evaluation. I really loved how you had all the commendations together and the recommendations, and you were very sorted with what you wanted to say. To challenge yourself, I'll say that you can try the approach of addressing the people as well as the speaker, because even when you're giving an evaluation, you are the speaker. So we have a tendency of, talking directly to the speaker that you did this and you were amazing here. So what you can do is an approach that I learned by great Toastmasters is that you can use something like this. Did you see how Toastmaster Reva said the conclusion using her name? So that way you're talking to us also, but you're giving your commendations to Toastmaster Reva. So this is something maybe you can try to incorporate in your later evaluations. Coming to Toastmaster Reva, what an inspirational speech it was. I was left mesmerized throughout the speech. Like distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer ma'am said, I could not think of what I would say if I had to speak after you. So amazing job done. Something that I would really like to mention, apart from all the recommendations and commendations Toastmaster Anam did, is when you said the line, girls don't, like when you were saying that your mother did not pursue swimming and you said, girls don't, they just they can't do it. That particular line for me stood out because it showed your emotions, it showed your frustration, it showed something that you feel for deeply. And this is what prepared speech is all about, according to me. You put free your feelings. And I think that is something which really helps in your voice modulation, because your feelings are something that actually make you speak, right? That is something that your brain connects your feelings to your voice. So maybe use feelings in your speeches the next time you speak something. Think about how you feel while you're speaking that. And I think you will never suffer the problem of having to work on your voice modulation. That's all from my side. Amazing prepared speech segment. I am sure I was never more motivated in my life than from these two speeches and these two beautiful evaluations. Now moving on, let me call my beautiful team who were working throughout the meeting, starting from the timer. Toastmaster Mridula, can you please come and give out your timer report?
Yes, thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Can we have a round of applause for Madam General Evaluator? To start off with the proceedings, I would like to say that there's a good news that all of us were well within the time limit and none of us, there were no disqualifications in this meeting. The prepared speech speakers, Toastmaster Reva, she took 5 minutes 31 seconds, and Toastmaster Udisha took 5 minutes 32 seconds. The table topic speakers were guest Abhishek, who took 2 minutes 22, Toastmaster Ali, 1 minute 48 seconds, Toastmaster Ritika, 1 minute 45 seconds, Toastmaster Kritika, 1 minute 41 seconds, Toastmaster Shahida, 1 minute 58 seconds, Toastmaster Arya took 1 minute 36 seconds, guest Shakuntala took 2 minutes 20 seconds, and Toastmaster Kalpita took 1 minute 29 seconds. For the evaluation speech section, we had our evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Anam, who took 3 minutes 20 seconds, and our second evaluator took 1 minute 59 seconds. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mridula. A huge round of applause for this efficient timer. How beautifully you displayed everything. Like even if someone missed something, I'm sure they could see it and be instantly sure of what they heard. So great job done. Moving on to the next role player for today's next team member for today's evening, can I call Toastmaster Arya Chakraborty to read out the R Counters report?
Yeah, thank you, Madam General Evaluator. So I would like to start with myself. As an R counter, I fumbled once while explaining my role, and during my table topic speech, I jauntily did multiple R's and ums and whatnot. So moving on next to the timer. The timer had 2 R's. The grammarian Komal had 2 R's. The Toastmaster of the day, Madam Jennifer, she didn't have any R's or ums. We only found 2 fumbles in her speech. Speaker 1, Reva, had 1 R. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Odisha, had no R's or ums, but a long pause. Evaluator 1, Anam, had 4 R's. Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Jaiti, had 1 R and 1 fumble. Table topic master Meghna, I could not find any R's in her speech. Table topic speakers, guest Abhishek Mohta had 3 R's. TM Toastmaster Ali had 2 R's. Toastmaster Ritika had 1 R. Toastmaster Kritika had 4 R's. Toastmaster Shahida had 2 R's and 1 fumble. Guest Shakuntala had 3 R's. Toastmaster Kalpita had 5 R's. So that's the report from my side, and the session was brilliant, and it was really a tough time for me to find out the misses. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arya, for your wonderful report. And what better mark of a good session when the R counter comes and says, I could find the flaws very difficultly. So great job done for every single person who came on stage today. Moving on to the next teammate, help me welcome Toastmaster Komal Choraria to read out the grammarian report for today's evening.
A very good evening again. I'll be sharing my screen to present my report. Please confirm if you can see the screen.
Yes, Toastmaster Komal, we can see your screen.
All right. So I'll start with a good note of all the good usages of grammar that we had today. At the mere age of, it was used by Toastmaster Reva, and mere means it's used to emphasize how small something or someone is. The next good usage is a sign of something. It was used by distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer. It means to represent something. Balancing out something means to make a different, make something less powerful or noticeable, and it was used by Toastmaster Ritika. Embrace the randomness, it was used by Toastmaster Reva, and the word embrace means to accept something willingly and enthusiastically. To burn a hole in your pocket was used by Toastmaster Odisha, and it means that if money is burning a hole in your pocket, you are very eager to spend it. Come out of one's shell means to overcome one's shyness or inhibitions, and it was used by Toastmaster Anam. And now I'll switch to not so good uses of grammar. Gotta be, this is SMS language. We should avoid using it while giving a speech. So this should be going to be, shared her the details of, the word with is missing. So shared with her the details of something. Do you need a beauty to be representing? It should have been, do you need to be beautiful? And when we're using content to appreciate the content of a speech, it is content and not content, because content means in a state of peaceful happiness. There's a very subtle difference when we're using it, so we should be aware of the difference between content and content. The word of the day, I was really lucky because it was used 10 times, twice by Toastmaster Ishika, once by distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer, once by Toastmaster Kritika, once by Toastmaster Odisha, once by guest Abhishek, once by Toastmaster Ritika, once by Toastmaster Shahida, once by Toastmaster Meghna, and once by Toastmaster Arya. There were words that you could add to your vocabulary, and they were persuade, diligently, enthralling, mind-blogging, and embrace. And thank you. That's all from my side. I hope you learned something today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. And can we have a huge round of applause for that visual representation of the grammarian support? Great job done, Toastmaster Komal there. Something I really want to point out is that, yeah, did you see how beautifully she wrote who did the good usage of grammar, but how encouragingly she omitted to write the names of the people who did not make good usage of grammar. So this is very motivating and great lateral thinking according to me. So great job done there. Moving on to the last teammate for today's meeting, can we call Toastmaster Kritika to quiz us all on today's entire meeting?
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishika. It was indeed a very learnful session for me. I really learned listening to all the speakers, and there were so many sentences which I picked up, and I think I will be using them in my next speeches. So one was, let me see if you have noticed this phrases or not. I am the only child of my parents. Can we recall who might have said this?
I think it's Ali.
Yes, absolutely, bang on. My parents failed to understand how I was so silent in school, yet cheerful at home.
Odisha.
Toastmaster Odisha.
Yes, absolutely. I was so stubborn. I was stubborn enough, and I trained all by myself, watching television.
Reva.
Yeah, I was amazed how she trained herself dancer just by watching. When you don't know a person, you tend to love that person more.
Udisha?
Arya.
Arya, yeah.
This was said for someone's introduction. May I know whose introduction? 13 years back, I joined Toastmasters because I needed it. Today, I joined because Toastmasters need me.
Udisha.
Jennifer, ma'am.
Distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer.
TM Jenny.
Yes. I am speechless. I don't know how I will play my role.
Jennifer, ma'am.
Jennifer, ma'am.
Yeah, so keeping time constant, there are many things because there were so lovely words quoted by people. I'll get back to general evaluator, Madam Toastmaster Ishika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kritika. And I'm sure we all did not fly with 100% marks, but we did have good passing scores in this test. Well, let me quickly move on to all the table topic speakers, and let's do a quick evaluation for all of them as we are running very short of time. First, starting with guest Abhishek Mohta. Your topic was something I want to learn. I think, like you said, you want to learn English and you want to be fluent, but I think you are very fluent. You are an amazing speaker. You spoke so beautifully. You spoke on the topic. You were very confident. Just make sure that whenever you start speaking, ask the audience if you're audible. This is a constraint that we face in online meetings. So it's better to be sure that what you are saying is properly audible and understandable to the people who are listening to you. So there were moments where I felt I did not get what you were saying. So maybe we can, make sure we do not face the same issue again. So great job done, guest Abhishek. Moving on to the next speaker, Toastmaster Ali, priorities over responsibilities. I loved how you spoke bang on topic. With your start, you distinguished your priorities, your responsibilities. You had a personal story. You kept it very engaged. Something that I think you can incorporate to make your speech even better is dwell a little on the philosophy at the end while you are ending it. So, it has a general takeaway for every single person out there. But overall, a very motivating and a very on topic, on point speech. So great job done. Toastmaster Ritika, the woman of today. I loved how you started it with, when a woman of today is said, everyone thinks that we are superwomen. And you went on and said that I do not want us to be superwomen. So this is something which really caught my attention, and a great job done there. It was very relatable. Just something that I would expect you, especially for our next table topic, is, incorporate a little more of personal story, because you are today's women. So we would have loved to hear what your struggles and what your life is like. So maybe you can do that the next time. coming to the next speaker, Toastmaster Kritika. If you had the power, what would you change? I think you had a very interesting approach, something that, is something that you can catch people's attention with very easily, because you denied the entire topic and you said, I would not change anything. I would have loved if you could, continue that till the end, because if you say one thing at the start and then deny it and say, I would like to change something, so it confuses the people who are listening to you. So maybe work a little on that. And something that I would like to request you is to keep your video on, because, online meetings have the constraint of people not having that human touch. So keeping a video on, at least while you're speaking, will help people at least see your facial expression and connect with you a little better. So that's all from my side. Great job done on your topic. The next speaker, Toastmaster Shahida's topic was how peer pressure is influencing people to do something. And I loved how beautifully you explained peer pressure at the start, while intelligently taking time to think about the topic more. And then you came on with a bang, and you were so powerful. You were so sure, so confident. You grabbed my attention, like you were commanding my attention. I could not even think of not trying to listen to you. So I loved it. I loved your intelligent approach there. A little something that I feel that I know what you're doing, and I do it a lot often, is you were speaking very fast. And this is something we do when we are very passionate and we are very sure of what we are saying. So try to slow it down a little so that people can take in everything that you have to offer. Apart from that, great job. Loved your personal story. Great ending. So good job done there. Moving to the next, Toastmaster Arya. Ignorance is bliss. I loved your personal story. I loved how you connected the topic to yourself. You were so relatable to every single person out there. A person, when you do not know someone, you think that they are amazing, and later on you find something else. So great job done there. Just something that I feel you can work on is, I felt your topic was a little scattered. First you were speaking in general, then I felt that all of a sudden it came on to you, then again it went on to general. I think you can bring this all together, have a careful planning, and that is possible only after you think your topic properly. So it's perfectly okay to take a couple of seconds, manage yourself, calm yourself down, and then start speaking so that your topic is a little more managed together than being scattered around. So something that you can practice the next time. Moving on to the next speaker, who was a guest Shakuntala. Her topic was growing up is a trap, don't fall for it. So I really loved how confident you are. I mean, really, both the guest speakers did not sound like guest speakers. They were speaking so confidently. They made me feel that, Ishika, you have to buckle up. These people are somewhere you have to reach in your life to be a good speaker. So great job done there. Loved your story. Something that I think you can do is, again, switch on your video and just make sure that you ask if you're audible so that people do not miss out on anything that you're saying. So apart from that, loved your take. The last speaker for today was Toastmaster Kalpita, and your topic was your network is your net worth. I really loved how you instantly connected network to network, because all I could think about is network, because I had a bad network today. So I thought network is your network. But I loved how your lateral thinking worked and you connected your network. Again, amazing take on the topic. I felt that your voice was breaking a little. Maybe that is the reason you switched off your camera. So again, just make sure that you are audible properly. That's all. Bang on topic. Loved your take. Great job done. Amazing table topic speakers in today's meeting. So can we have a huge round of applause for them? Well, moving on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Meghna. I loved how you explained your role so beautifully. You said the rules, you told everyone what is what, and you had good topics, you had amazing topics. They were very short and simple, and they were very easy to speak on. So great job done there. I saw that none of the topics were bigger than the 10-word limit that we set for ourselves. So amazing job, and keep coming and keep making us work out to be better speakers. So now let me evaluate the entire meeting in general. The Sir Toastmaster Reva started the meeting bang on time, 6:31, and there we were waiting for her. Like, she was explaining the rules and telling us what to do, what not to do, and I loved your confidence there. Toastmaster Anam had a amazing story. It literally blew my mind like the fan blew the empty packets. And something that I think you could have worked on is you introduce Toastmaster Ruchira first, then you give the story, then you introduce her again. So maybe just like maybe you can just write down the flow of your speech so that you don't confuse yourself, and it's like easier for the people who are listening also. Apart from that, love the Sarul today. Toastmaster Ruchira, the president, the opening president for today, I think I do not have any words for you. You are as amazing as your introduction was. You had a great job done. You took guest introduction. You explained what Toastmasters is, which I found very beautiful. People could understand. But still you had and you managed the time to give a personal story about, going to the limit and making the best of what you have. And I really loved it. So great job done. It shows how experienced a speaker and president you are. So huge round of applause for that. Well, I think I am someone who cannot even speak about the TMOD for today's meeting. I think my notebook is full of praises for her. She was so good. I was just continuously writing, oh, I have to say this, oh, I have to say that. And I was like, how much will I say on the TMOD? She's so good. When you started, I loved your vibe. Like I told for Toastmaster Shahida, you commanded my attention and I could not even think about diverting it anyone else. I loved your energy. I loved how the topic was very informative, but at the same time, it was fun. So you were enjoying and at the same time, you were learning. So I really loved it. I loved how you were well prepared. The most beautiful thing for me was when distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer ma'am literally used her lateral thinking while she was introducing Toastmaster Jayanti, and she did not let that hiccup be a stop to the meeting, and she did the introduction so beautifully. So isn't that the sign of a great Toastmaster? According to me, that is. So ma'am, I have nothing to speak. You were wonderful today. So that's it. That's all I have. And this is the general evaluator for today's meeting, ending my evaluation after a Shatabdi Express evaluation, and handing over the stage to distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer ma'am.
Thank you so very much. Guys, let's unmute and give her a rocking applause. Toastmaster Ishika, what a wonderful general evaluation section. There are a lot of things to learn from what you have said today. What beautiful suggestions. And as I said, the feedback that we got here today is really going to help each one of us become a better, stronger, swifter person, I think, a better version of ourselves. So thank you so very much for putting in so much of effort and giving us what we came to have over here with you. So on that note, let me take you to the lateral thinking last portion. I'm not going to leave you without a conclusion here. So lateral thinking is, as you know, basically solving problems and using creative approaches. But it can also boost the creative and imaginative side of learners. And that makes them think faster, sharper, and also help them to solve problems rather than being trapped in a conventional way of looking at things or at issues. Yeah, so this is a fantastic tool which our students or the younger generation should be using so that they can develop and sharpen themselves before they hit the real world. This can also drastically improve our problem solving skills. We must therefore work upon our lateral thinking skills through maybe puzzles, brain teasers. It is also a good fun way of developing children's ability. We must think for the future generation, and the building of children is the future of our countries. Therefore, lateral thinking to develop children is, I think, the best thing that we could expose them to. And there I come to the conclusion of this session. And I'd like to hand it over to our Madam President to take the session for a closure. Thank you, and over to you, Madam President.
Thank Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer Ghosh, for enthralling us with this beautiful, beautiful theme today. Can we have a round of applause for all the role players who participated in this session today? So first of all, I would like to say that I'm very, very happy and very excited at this joint meeting of WIN Toastmasters Club and Kolkata Toastmasters Club. So it has been a lovely learning experience in which all of us shared our individual learnings and as a whole had this beautiful knowledge hub of a session in which all of us are going to take back one lesson or multiple learnings back home. So thank you to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ishika, for such a comprehensive and enriching feedback session. I'm sure all the speakers, the table topic speakers, evaluators, everybody will be happy to implement those feedback and be a better speaker in the future days. So thank you so much. So moving on, I would like to, before we have the guests, before we have the voting results of today, I would like to request the guests present in the house to share their feedback, please. So do we have guest Khalida with us? Khalida, could you please unmute yourself and share your feedback about this session?
Hi, thank you. Thank you for this chance to share my feedback. I'm so sorry that I could not attend the session throughout, but whatever little I got to listen, I'm sure it was a very enriching one. And I'm looking forward to attending more of such sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Khalida, for joining us. And we hope to see you more in these sessions on Sunday evenings. And we also have guest Aratrika with us. Guest Aratrika, would you like to share something?
Yeah, I mean, I sat through the entire process and I understood it could, undergoing these sessions, it will only help me build my vocabulary and my speaking skills. So I'm looking forward to, attend more of these so that, I can, and also looking forward to be a part of the Toastmasters Club so that, I can really work on my speaking skills. So it was a great session. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guest Aratrika. And we really want to see you participating in the impromptu speaking section next week, because it is indeed one of the most exciting part of any Toastmasters session. We also have guest. Do we have any other guests with us? Guest Priya, would you like to share something? All right, moving on, guest Abhishek, we had you with us. We listened to your wonderful table topic. So would you like to share something?
It was a nice meeting. I loved the session. A lot of good table topics, a lot of good speakers, a lot of
You're not audible, Abhishek.
Hello?
Not really. There, you can. Yes, you can remove your earphones. All right. In the meantime, do we have Toastmasters?
Am I audible now?
Yes, better. Please go ahead.
So it was a lovely session. A lot to learn from this session, especially having the distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer ma'am. And after this stage also, she willing to how to speak and everything. Now I was afraid that at the age of 38, whether I will be able to learn or grasp new things. So it inspires me that age is just not a limit to learning. Okay, if you can just start at any time.
Thank you so much, guest Abhishek, future Toastmaster Abhishek. And as Toastmaster Udish has said, that persistence is all that matters. There is no formula, no age, and nothing to limit your passion for growth. So, and that is exactly what our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer, said today, that if you think laterally and not in the same manner that we have been brought up as, or maybe we have learned over the years, if we can only think outside the box, that will do the trick. So now, without any further ado, let's go to the best role player categories of the evening. So the best role player among the timer, the hour counter, and the grammarian. Any guesses? Anybody would like to unmute themselves or write on the chat box? Any guesses, guys?
Grammarian.
The grammarian, yes, you are absolutely correct. The best role player is our grammarian, Toastmaster Komal. Can we have you on the podium, Toastmaster Komal? Thank you so much for putting in so much of effort and preparing this lovely presentation and inspiring all of us. Thank you for the beautiful presentation, Komal, and for your beautiful smile. Thank you so much. The next role player in the category 1, that is among general evaluator, the table topics master, and the Toastmaster of the day. I feel we do not have to guess this one because it is Toastmaster Ishika. Toastmaster Ishika, who is our general evaluator, and it was a very, very, very close tie, close call, only by one or, yeah, it was a very, very, very close call. So thank you so much, general evaluator Toastmaster Ishika and Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer, for sharing your experience. Next up, we have the best evaluator of the evening, which was played by Toastmaster Anam Rahman. So can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Anam, please? And next, we have the best table topic speaker. It is a guest. The guest is, any guesses? The best table topic speaker in the guest category is guest Abhishek. That is correct. Guest Abhishek. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And the best table topic in the Toastmasters category. Any guesses, anybody? We had a lovely bunch of members who had taken up roles. Yes, we do have a lot of people guessing the name, but it goes to Toastmaster Ritika, who was the superwoman of the evening.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Toastmaster Ritika. Next up, we have the best. All right. So now we have the most improved speaker of the evening. It is Toastmaster Ali. Great job done, Toastmaster Ali. I think this was your second attempt at a table topic, and I'm really happy that you have improved a lot. And the best speaker for the evening. Now this needs to be guessed. Who all would like to guess this? All right, so let's not keep any more suspense. The best speaker is Toastmaster Odisha. Can we have a round of applause for her? I believe I have covered all that. All right, okay. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining the meeting today and making it such a huge success. All the smiling faces when we switch on our videos, that is what is the real deal. That is what imparts a lot of happiness, a lot of warmth in each other's lives, and what lights up our Sunday evenings. So can we request everybody to kindly switch on your videos so that we can have a group picture before we sign off for the evening. Guest Aratrika, Priya, Arya. Achha, so Arya is here. And we also have Kalida. Kalida, can we please have you on video mode, please? Yes, thank you, everybody. And guest Priya, if you can switch on your video. Okay, thank you, everybody. Can we have a round of applause, or can we have a smiling face, or do something? My fellow president, Toastmaster Ruchira. Okay, so you would like us to do this? All right. So who would like to take the picture? Let me take the picture. All right, I'll do like this. All right. So 1, 2, 3, cheese. Thank you, everybody, for such a lovely session. Hope to see you. And any words from you? Toastmaster Ruchira, would you like to sign off by saying anything?
No, thank you, Toastmaster Mridula. I think you've done a great job with that.
All right. All right. Thank you for this opportunity. It was great to meet everybody, all the beautiful, lovely, empowering women who empower each other's lives by being here and sharing their stories. Thank you so much. Let's meet next week, same time, same place. Good night, everybody. I now declare the meeting to be closed.